Which one is it? Hey, everybody. I was going to do my applause thing. Make it sound cool. We're back. Sorry, it's probably so loud. Well, hello, everybody. I'm here with Dex. It's been so long. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, my man. Last webinar of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is. And what a time to be doing it with Bitcoin at these prices. This is incredible.
Yeah, man. Guard your coins. Guard your coins.
Amen. So you were saying just before we started, I was going to say this is a great thing to start with. You just sort of said before we hit the go live. By the way, folks, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Please let us know. That would be really helpful. But that's always my fear. I did 10 minutes of a webinar the other day with no microphone, and I'm
Don't feel bad. I did 10 minutes of a end of day report with no charts. I wasn't sharing my screen.
That's the worst. Yeah. Or I'm 25 minutes into the webinar and someone says, "This is being recorded, right?" And I go,
"Wow."
But anyway, this one is because it's going out live on YouTube and Facebook. So, but you said right before we went on, you made the statement, I don't know how anybody's trading Bitcoin these days without the PulseWaves.
Yeah, and I don't know how you're doing it.
Of course, I agree. But what specifically is making you say that, looking at Bitcoin today?
Well, if you remember back on September the 6th or the 9th of 2020, I did my Bitcoin analysis video, the longer term analysis video.
Right.
And I gave you guys where the support and resistance zones were going to be for the floor for Bitcoin's next stop to 35,000. And lo and behold, the last two videos I did, I showed you on the chart where the support zone is specifically 22,000 down to 20,000. And I told you that months ago, way before Bitcoin was anywhere near 20,000.
And that's this range right here. That's insane.
And I warned you. I told you the PulseWaves predicted that for you. That's the power of the PulseWaves, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been using PulseWaves this year to trade Bitcoin, you are very, very happy camper with a very large smile on your face.
Yeah. We see it every day. The sort of Bitcoin trading faithful, we're just so excited that they held out, they waited, they stayed in. But here's the thing, though, they've been profiting off of the moves of these things all year, even when they were, not flourishing as much as they are right now, because making money going up, making money going down. And that's actually today's not just a Bitcoin update, but we're doing a Bitcoin for Beginners webinar, something that people really appreciate. And we know everybody's wrapping up for Christmas, but me and you just wanted to do something live. We were going to do it yesterday. We didn't get a chance. So
exactly,
sneak it in. I haven't been on in a while, so it's nice to see everybody. And but I lost a little weight. And I know whenever a man my age loses weight, people go, "Oh no, I'm fine. I just lost weight."
You look great, my brother.
I'm just saying that because I know people panic. Plus, I got my my George Clooney bunker haircut right now with my beard. Yeah, no, I was sick for a while, but it was nothing serious. But I did lose some weight and kept it off. So thank God for that. There's a silver lining. So we're going to get into it today, Dex. Any thoughts before we move on about Bitcoin price action over Christmas, over the next week? How should people, we've had a lot of new members, a lot of returning members over the last few weeks. By the way, before we get started, our COVID sale, we really are going to, you and I have been planning to reduce our price for a while. And then COVID happened. So we reduced our price and we put it on sale for COVID. We waited a long time to do a big COVID sale, but it's here, but it's ending. So let me show people that just in case you're not here for the webinar, you're just here to get a Bitcoin update. We simplified our entire membership down to 2 paying memberships. The free membership is there for education and free Bitcoin weeks and stuff like that. But we simplified it down to 2 great memberships. There's not a membership that we offer that isn't of great value to anybody who wants to take advantage. So our partner membership you can get for $29 right now, and that locks you in at $29 a month. It's usually $49, so that's about 40% off, I think. You get to trade BCH, Dash, EOS, ETH, LTC, NEO, XRP, plus 3 great forex pairs. The Aussie dollar, euro, and the British pound. So that's a fantastic place to start, especially if you're trading a really small account. And William's saying XRP to the moon. Awesome. So, and then if you want to go hard body karate, you got to go with our pro. It has been $2.99. It's even been $3.99 at times, but it's always been at least $2.99. Well, this year we wanted to make it easier, $1.99 a month. But because everybody's getting murdered by the COVID, literally and figuratively, we made it $99. So just for limited time, and that's actually ending on Christmas. So if you want to lock that in, I'm getting messages from people because you guys know me and Dex are always, we love specials. We love giving you, crazy discounts and stuff. So I'm getting messages from people who are thinking about what they're going to do for the year. And they're saying, is this it? Is this the best? Yeah. I mean, this is the best sale you're going to see this year.
Ever.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. So if you want to lock that in, we really are turning it off soon, because for us, $1.99 is like, we're stretching that, you're getting thousands of price trigger reports. You could trade literally, I shouldn't say literally, you can trade almost anything. Thousands of reports, tons of crypto, tons of forex, and thousands of equities reports.
Stocks on every continent, anywhere there's an exchange.
Let's just show them while we're at it, Dex. This is the partner report. We got, if you're an Action member or partner, the old partner member, we still have that there for you. I know, confusing branding is my fault. But just know, Partner 21 is awesome. It's 10 reports. It's way better than the old partner. It's a whole new thing. It's like the Action report was. So, but the pro report, you've got US equities, you got futures, indexes, and then you've got these foreign equities, which there's thousands of tradable reports there. So
all included for that one low monthly price. You get everything.
Yeah, we're embarrassed by it. And then full crypto USD, full crypto BTC, full forex. That's the great deal right now. But I'll say for those of you, I know there's a lot of people really hurting now, and I'm talking to business owners all over the place. We're seeing prices of all sizes bounce on a regular basis, which means people are really, really hurting. So this partner report is really a great lifeline for some people who want to get trading, and you have a small account, you don't have a lot of income right now. 3 out of 4 pairs, 3 out of the 4 pairs that we're going to look at that you can trade using contract trading are in that report. It doesn't have the Bitcoin USD, but it has great reports. So don't turn your nose up at it. If that's all you can afford, lock that in for sure.
Yeah, you got to start. You got to start somewhere. You got to use the power of finance and economics into your favor. It doesn't matter how small you are when you start. You got to start somewhere. And if you apply the rules and principles, then you will see exponential growth. You just have to do it consistently, follow the rules, follow the principles, and you're going to be all right. Think about it. You're getting the power of the pulse waves right in your hand every trading day, and you're going to be alerted to moves in the market before they happen, not as they happen, not during it happening, but before it happens. So you can be put on the right side of the market. That's how we design the methodology. And we show you and teach you how to manage all of your open positions. So you don't have to be confused. Should I get out and take profit now? Should I let this run? What should I do? Well, we answer all those questions for you in all of our hands-on step-by-step tutorials.
Yeah, it's such a great point. And I would say, man, I looked all over for an opportunity like this when I first got into trading. This was before cryptos were a big deal. And they're just, I couldn't find anything like what we got. I still haven't.
No, it doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah, what you've put together is something really, really special. And in some ways, at this moment, many people are at rock bottom, and you're thinking, well, gee, how am I going to put together a trading account? I always say, I'm spoiling a bunch of things from the webinar we're about to speed through because it's Christmas Eve. But one of the things I always say is, you tell people you need capital, but not a lot. If you have $500 to trade with, it's a good place to start. Obviously, the more the better. But then I always say, if someone twists your arm and says, Dex, I got $250 worth of Litecoin and Bitcoin or whatever, or forex in a forex account, can I start? You'll say, yeah, be really cautious, go slow, but it's better to start and get something going. And now with this $29 membership, that didn't make as much sense when all our memberships were $2.99. We would say to people, well,
right,
watch the show every day.
Yes,
save some money. But with a $29 subscription here, if you've got a little bit to trade with, and you're cautious. And again, of course, we're talking about risk capital. We're not talking about rent capital. We're not talking about stay married capital. We're talking about
or car payment capital. Yeah, we're talking about risk capital.
Money you can afford to lose without it changing your life or making your spouse kick you in the head. That's the test. Will my wife hurt me if I lose this money?
Yep, it has to be money that you set aside, that you earmarked for investments.
Yeah.
No matter how small that is. It doesn't matter if you work at McDonald's, work at Wendy's, doesn't matter. If you're in a dead-end job, you can still build a secondary income stream for you and your family. You just have to learn how to do it. You start small, and then you see the exponential growth. Because that's another thing here at PulseWave Trading. We show you how to take advantage of micro trading. In the forex arena, there's micro forex. And we even have a recommended broker that we show you to that will help you with that. Even if you trade futures, there's micro futures that you can trade. All right, where it doesn't require that much margin to trade it. And then, of course, there's the crypto market, which you have the most control over how you manage your leverage, more than any other asset class.
Yeah.
So you have opportunities out there and things that you can do to better your financial standing. I look at it like this. I don't know anyone that if you go up to them right now and say, would you like to make an additional $5 a day for doing absolutely nothing? I don't know anyone who will say, no, I don't want that. Yeah. That's not going to help me. Really? Well, if you think there's 365 days in a year, so $5 a day times 365 days in a year, look how much money you just grown. You won't get that type of exponential growth in a savings account at your bank. You won't see that kind of exponential growth in a CD or a money market account, or even dividends with stocks.
Right. So
I just want you to just think on that just for a minute. Think of it small like that. When you think small like that, then you get the picture of what we're talking about.
Right.
And yes, once you understand the concepts, precepts, rules, and principles, you will be able to experience exponential growth and grow your fortune over time. That's what this is about.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Again, with this new affordable membership and just sort of the situation we're in right now, it feels really good to be able to say to people, we have something for you that's valuable that almost anybody can afford. Certainly anybody who should be trading can afford that. Right. So, and some, as the worst salesman of all time, I'll say this: many times I wish people would start small. People come to us, they want to go and finance a big account and things like that. And I love that. I love the belief. I love the excitement. But how much less stress in your life if at a time when you didn't have anything, you learned how to do it, right? How much less stressful is it to learn how to trade when you've got $500 on the line instead of, oh my goodness, I made this big plan and now I took out all this debt and I've got this huge account. I hope that happens for you. I hope you're able to figure that out or save some money or move some, whatever it is to better your financial future, to do something for your family. But man, so many of us with a little bit of ingenuity can throw a few $100s into a Bitcoin account and start learning. And for that opens up possibility. I have a truism that I've been testing out, Dex. I used to be a preacher.
Yeah.
I write down these things in my journal, these little truisms, and I see if they really work. But one thing that I keep thinking about right now is that grace finds its way into your life when you're in motion. When there's enough vibration for it to fill the spaces. I know it sounds pretty hippie, but I'll leave it. I'll have to live with that. And so sometimes,
but it's scripture. Faith without works is dead.
Yeah. So sometimes you just got to get moving sometimes. And that's what I love about this partner membership. But really, at this price, many people, if you're gainfully employed, you got a decent job, this is enough of a sale to get you started. So if you can afford it, get it, because you lock that price in. All right. Without further ado, welcome, folks, to our last webinar of the year. Say hello to us in the comments. We would love to see you. We're going to keep this short. I know Dex wants to get festive like I do.
Absolutely. When you have children, when you don't have a choice. Absolutely. You're thrust into it.
Yep.
Especially when you have minors. You got minors in the house. Yeah, you got to deal with it.
They are so excited eating cookies for breakfast and so. Oh, and we got an extra one this year. One of my daughter's friends needed a place to stay for Christmas, so I got an extra teenager with me. So it's gonna be.
Oh boy, okay, you definitely gonna have a very wonderful time.
Yeah, they're fun. They're all just so great. All right, here we go. So first off, general advice disclosure: trading will literally rip your face off if you're not careful. So approach it with wisdom. We don't trade your money. We don't take your money, except we just provide reports. You're in charge of your own trades. You're going to be responsible for managing your money. And so trade with risk capital. Be smart. Don't hurt yourself. All right.
There's risk of loss in trading. I don't care if it's trading stocks or if it's trading cryptocurrencies. So you only use money that you've earmarked for trading, which is considered risk capital, meaning that if you lost it all, it would not change your lifestyle. All right. That's why we teach you how to use what is called stops, because trading without stops is suicide and is a fast track to the poorhouse. So we show you how to use stop losses in your trading so it can you can manage and limit your downside of risk. You can't erase downside risk, but you can help to minimize that downside risk.
In other words, trading is for grown-ups.
There you go. There you go.
Take responsibility and you'll have a lot of fun. So let's talk about Bitcoin trading for beginners. First of all, I'm not going to give a Bitcoin beginners class. Let me just say this. I was thinking about this the other day. I think I was brushing my teeth or something like that. And I do have hygiene habits. It doesn't look like that, but I do. And I was thinking, getting started with Bitcoin is so much simpler than people make it. You know, I used to teach a cryptocurrency for beginners class, and it had 7 modules to it, and it took forever and stuff. Actually, it was pretty cool, but it's not necessary. If you want to get started with cryptocurrency, go to Coinbase or some other platform that sells crypto, buy a little bit. $10, $100, $200, whatever's a little bit for your finances right now, and then send it into one of the exchanges we're going to talk about, or go download a wallet, follow the instructions setting up that wallet, and send your Bitcoin from the place you bought it into your wallet or something. Just take a step like that. People treat it like it's this terrifying thing to get into, and they got to have all this education before they do. Listen, it's a tradable instrument. It goes up, it goes down. You buy it, you send it into a brokerage or an exchange where you can trade it, and you trade it. It's really not that complicated. If you want to get a long talk on the philosophy of Bitcoin, just go to YouTube and look it up. But in terms of actually getting involved with trading it, it really is not something you need to overcomplicate it. And Dex, you can. Well, we're not there yet. Let me talk a little bit about the PulseWave price triggers, and then I'm going to ask you a question. So everything we're going to talk about today is using Dex's system. As we started our webinar, Dex said, I don't know how anybody has been trading Bitcoin without the price trigger reports. And also with the videos you've done on it have been outstanding, and you really called it very well. And the whole time people were saying, when, Dex? And you're like, when it happens. But this is what's going to happen when it happens. And man, you've been spot on so far. So that's awesome. But everything we're going to be talking about is how to use these PulseWave price trigger reports to trade Bitcoin and cryptos and really anything that you want to trade. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about that. These are tradable reports based on my main man Dex's PulseWave algo that he has been working on for over 20 years. Dex, it's weird now you're here. Usually I do this and you're not here, but at one point doing it in pencil on his lap on the bus to work.
Yes, I did.
Graduated to a 486 at one point, which
Yep.
is, for you kids in the audience, it's basically a Volkswagen with a keyboard.
Yeah, remember it took like 20 minutes to a half hour just to boot up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna go do my homework. It's like, good luck. So based on a comprehensive trading strategy, of course, that's how it started, pen and paper. Now we publish thousands of these tradable reports every weeknight. So Sunday evening they come out, and then through Thursday evening. And when I say reports, I'm not talking about a Berkshire Hathaway report on how much capital Apple is worthy of this year. What we're talking about is a succinct set of numbers and a little bit of information, a couple of lines of information that you can read and digest and make quick decisions regarding your personal trading. So you get that report, you go to the few that you care about, you say, well, gee, there's thousands. And it's funny, Dex, I used to do all these things about how to sort the reports and find all this stuff. Most people just trade a few things that they're into. And so it's really easy to go to the reports, find what you want to trade, read the information, and make a decision. And your decision is, do I want to place a long or a short stop order, or both, or not? But that's it. It's really not
Pretty
hard.
much. It's no simpler than that.
Yeah, based on a comprehensive strategy. I like to say Dex doesn't have any hobby horses in trading. If he does, he's hidden it well. And the algorithm chops everything up and basically spits out a very simple, usable report about what is very likely to happen in the market. And it's very useful. It's an extremely useful tool. One of the cool things, Dex, I always say is we're not one of these groups that is always upselling you on the next thing. We're too lazy for that. We want to just do this. We want you to just do this. We you know, you look at a lot of the trading rooms. They're really trading schools. They're border on trading cults where if you pay
pretty much
you pay enough money, you get to go to Christmas dinner with, trader so-and-so. And it's like, oh my goodness. And you're just paying more and more and more. That $99 we showed you, folks, we're really lazy. We put the reports out. We want you to read them. We'll help you with them all the time in our chat room. That's really all we got. We're not trying to upsell you on anything. It takes the guesswork and emotion out. And that point can't be overstated. The reason people fail in trading is because their emotions get out of control. It's because their analysis gets out of control and they can't make decisions and actually operate in the market. And then when they are in the market, they make dumb decisions and they don't get out. They don't accept losses. They don't accept gains. It's all emotion and chaos. You become a whole psychological case instead of a trader. PulseWave trading if you use it correctly, which is not hard to do, can really take the guesswork and emotion out of trading. Thousands of tradable triggers published every weeknight. They're smart, dynamic, and they talk. So this is the time in our show when I'm going to show you one. Very briefly, what I mean by talking. And let's look at. I'll pull a crypto out of the air. This is our partner report. This is the crypto section. So let's say I wanted to trade Litecoin tonight. I type in LTC and a buy trigger. That's if I want to go long, I can set a stop order at that price. If I want to go short, I can set a stop order at this price. Very easy. And you're saying, but there's a whole bunch of numbers there. We'll show you how to use every one of them. We provide you with education. This webinar is not the education. This is a preview. No matter what it is you're looking to trade, we have step-by-step videos. You take this number and you put it here. You take that number, you put it there. You click this button. Don't click that button. We have all that for you.
we explain all the columns and what each thing means.
Yep.
And how that works. Yep.
And I said a few bits of numbers and some words. For example, here's what the algo is telling us about Litecoin today. Market bias is negative money flow. Possible algo shift. Expect lower prices. Okay, cool. But then it gives you an if, and it says if there's an uptrend, short-term top could be in place. And you're like, how do I know, Dex? Just look to the trend momentum.
There you go.
The market is trending upward with strong positive momentum behind it. So that if is now in play because there is an uptrend. So, I know I'm going through this quick. If you don't know how to use the system, it might make your head spin, but it's very simple. A person who's done this for a few evenings can take a look at one of these reports, make a simple decision, go to their brokerage, or we usually say exchange when we're talking about cryptos, go to their exchange, place an order, and move on.
And real quick, we designed the report so that you can actually hit the ground making money from day one. If you go through the tutorial and you understand the tutorial, you can literally place your first order, your first trade day one, and literally put yourself in a situation to make money the same day you get the service. That's how we designed it. So it's not some long drawn out 40-hour course. No, it's not.
Fact, here's our crypto page. I'm gonna talk about Bybit quite a bit today. We have a 15-minute video covering the entire process of ordering using the price triggers on Bybit. And in fact, you don't even have to be a paying member to watch this. Free members can watch this. We have another video on, just
real quick. Did you hear what he just said? He said, you don't even have to be a paying member to go here and watch the resources and learn more about how to use the thing. All you have to do is just set up a free account and you can learn exactly how to use it and what it is. It's very simple. And then boom, you hit the ground running. That's a powerful thing. Most people don't let you kick the tires and look under the hood at all. They tell you, nah, just go ahead and take the Nestea plunge if you want to see it. Like if you want to see what's in the bill, you gotta pass it first. Like Nancy Pelosi says, that's garbage. No, you would
That's
not sign paperwork until you've read it
oh
first.
my goodness.
So that's what we do. We know, we say, hey, just trust us. No, we want you to kick the tires. We want you to prove it to yourself. The power of the pulse waves. We don't just talk about it. We live it.
Yep. A friend of mine was dealing with a lawyer the other day, and they had a contract to sign, and he had his mother with him. She was just there, and his mother goes, "What's this?" and made the
Wow.
contract.
Wow.
And they did right there because his mom butted in and said, "I don't like this," and they changed it right there.
See, there you go.
All right, so yeah, that's great, Dex. Let's see, where were we? All right, so we looked at the reports. They talk very powerful. All right, so there's more than one way. We're going to talk a little bit about how to trade cryptos, show you my favorite way to do it, and then we'll be on with our day. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to trade a crypto. So Dex, you can help me with on this a little bit. When I started trading cryptos a few years ago, I don't know, 2016, 2017, something like that. I don't know what the word is, but we didn't have modern trading tools. It's funny because cryptos are the most modern thing, and yet the trading tools that you had to trade cryptos were terrible. And for the most part, just had spot trading with the exception of BitMEX, which made me scared at first. I not that scared. I don't know. Although I think they had some controversy lately, but I was always a little scared. So, including how leverage on. Yeah, Nathan, he's got a good question about Bybit. We're going to go over Bybit again in a few minutes, but yeah, the leverage, when we go there, Dex, remind me to give you a chance to talk about leverage. I always just say set it low. They set it at
Right.
100x, which I like to say is great if you're into cocaine. You go ahead and do that. Just don't do it with my account. So yeah, we'll talk about it. Basically, you usually want to set it low when you're starting out and then make your own decisions later. So starting out, we're only really able to trade spot, and spot is very simple. You're buying something at one price and selling it at another. So if you were trading, for example, Litecoin, Bitcoin, LTC, BTC pair, you would start out with BTC, you'd buy some Litecoin. If it went up against BTC, you'd sell it, and you'd have more BTC. Now, it was great. Problem with this is a lot of what people are wanting to trade is Bitcoin itself. And if you're a Bitcoin enthusiast, if you believe Bitcoin's going to the moon, and we have more reason to believe that than ever, or if you want to trade it, you don't want to have to sell your Bitcoin at the end of the week to lock in your profits. So, for example, with spot trading, if you wanted to trade Bitcoin back in the day and profit on moves in Bitcoin, you would buy it low and sell it high. Now, that's awesome if you made profits. But if you also want to have as much Bitcoin as possible, that's your real goal, is to get a big stack of Bitcoin so that and it's like, it's hitting the fan now. So it's funny to talk about our old scenarios when we're in total chaos around the globe. I mean, it's happening, right? So you want to hold on to your Bitcoin, right? Well, if I want to profit off of moves in the market, and I'm spot trading Bitcoin, there's really no way to hold my Bitcoin and lock in my profits. The way to lock in your profits is by selling your Bitcoin. So this was a very painful way to trade. We used to talk about what's your trading bag versus your hodl bag, and have all these discussions about percentages and stuff. And it's frankly a pain in the butt. And what could happen is, let's say you buy Bitcoin at $3,000 on Monday, it goes up to $10,000 by Friday. So you sell all your Bitcoin like a smart trader, right, Dex? That's smart.
It's called taking profit. You never go broke taking profit.
But here's the problem. What if, with Bitcoin, it goes up to 20,000 on Saturday, and now you feel like a real dope, right? So spot trading's great. If that's how you want to trade Bitcoin, a lot of people do that. That's cool. I'm just saying I don't like it because I want to keep my Bitcoin. That's more important to me than the dollars. I've had plenty of dollars. Bitcoin's nicer in my little brain. So then there's margin trading, which Dex could tell you all about, but Frank's not smart enough for it. That said, I've used the pulse waves to make money margin trading, even though I find it terribly confusing.
It really is.
It's but you and I did it together. Remember, we made $30 by accident on a $100 account.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Maybe it was 10. I don't want to have a big fish story, but 10.
That's because they were doing too much. They were doing too much. They were trying to make crypto, accessible to equity traders and futures traders alike.
Yeah.
So they were trying to be all things to all people. That's what made it confusing in the beginning.
I could never figure out what was going on. All I know is we made $10 when we didn't know what to do with it. So using the PulseWave. So that said, not my favorite. And then there is, of course, what is my favorite. We usually just refer to it as contract trading. There's a lot of different ways it's referred to in the crypto world. But we're going to show you an example of that. And the cool thing about contract trading, now, the downside is with spot trading and margin trading, you could trade any obscure crypto you want for the most part, especially with spot trading. Margin trading, that's true as well. Like Qcoin, Binance, they have tons of pairs that you can margin trade. Contract trading, it's a little bit more limited, but that doesn't bother me because it tends to be limited to the really top cryptos, which is what I prefer to trade. There's more activity, there's more opportunity. So, well, not more opportunity, but I just prefer it. So when it comes to contract trading, you can hold and trade at the same time. So I can profit off of the moves of Bitcoin USD. I can make money trading it without ever having to sell my Bitcoin. And the reason being, I'm profiting in Bitcoin. So my wallet will have more Bitcoin if that trade went well at the end of the day. It'll have a little less or a lot less if trading went bad that day. Point is, I still got my Bitcoin stack. Now, if you want to sell your Bitcoin stack, you sell it. But I don't like to sell it on the weekend. I like to hold on to it. So with contract trading, you can profit from moves in the market without having to sell out. And we're going to show you platforms momentarily where you can do that with Bitcoin USD, ETH USD, EOS USD, XRP USD. Will Willis Aaron 22 will like that. You could do that on Bybit, and then a few others that are on Qcoin. I think there's a BCH contract, and it's really cool. So let's get into it. And Dex, jump in whenever you want, my man. Of course.
Okay.
So let's show you a couple places. First, we use Qcoin's great. One of the reasons we like Qcoin is because you can use it anywhere. I would prefer to use Binance, but I'm in New York, and New York hates me. So I use Binance, Qcoin, because anybody can use Qcoin. If you live in New Yorkistan, you won't be allowed to. But most places around the world, you can use Binance. Around the country, you could use Binance. There's some states that you're not able to use it yet, but New York is one of them. But Qcoin, I can use. Virtually anybody could use, and you don't even need to give them your birth certificate or anything like that. You just need to sign up with your email. They have very minimal KYC from what I remember. Now, the cool thing about Qcoin is you can do all kinds of trading. You see, they have spot trading, instant exchange, which is probably just a way. What does it say? Support large orders of over 10. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, cool. Margin trading, and then they have their where is it? Futures. There it is. Futures Pro is what you would use, and that's where you can use their contract trading tools, where you can trade Bitcoin without having to sell out of Bitcoin. So let's look at that really briefly, then we'll move on to the one I really like. And these platforms now are always doing these games and contests. I never get involved, but I'm sure they're tons of fun. All right, here's some of the pairs that they have available. They changed their interface, so I'm just catching up with it a little bit. All right, so you have the coin margined contract, and they now have BTC Perpetual and ETH. So that means, let's go to the BTC Perpetual. Using the price triggers, I can place a stop order and get into a trade by filling a Bitcoin wallet on their futures thing. So you just take Bitcoin, you put it in your wallet, and then you trade using the price trigger, just using this simple interface using stop orders, which again, I'm not going to go into how to do that. It's you put the price here, you set your leverage, you set your quantity. It's very simple using the price trigger reports. So the idea with that is I can take $50 worth of Bitcoin and I can place my stop order to go long, right? A stop order meaning it's not going to get hit until that price gets hit. So I'm not getting in the market. I'm setting an order, and when the market hits my price, it triggers a buy. That's why we call it a price trigger. So if I'm triggered in with that $50 order of Bitcoin there on the platform, and it goes up, and I've made, let's say I made $10 on that trade worth of Bitcoin, and I close the trade. I hit the button and I close the trade. Now my Bitcoin wallet is going to have $60 worth of Bitcoin in it. Started 50. Again, this is a bad example. You wouldn't trade your whole account, but started with 50, made $10. Now it's got $60 in it. Okay. Let's say I lost 45 cents. So I'm trading with $50 worth of Bitcoin. I lost 45 cents. I'm going to have 45 cents less Bitcoin. Okay. Point being, I'm always staying in Bitcoin. If I was trading the ETH, perpetual. I would have ETH in a wallet. I would be placing trades using the ETH USD report. And if I had gains and closed the trade, now I have more ETH. If I had a loss and I closed the trade, now I have less ETH. But I never have to sell my ETH to profit on the moves in the market. So I hope that's hitting home. That's the cool thing. And you're thinking, all right, why is that so great? William, yeah, this is a good question. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. VPN to use Binance. Binance has pretty, and anybody else answer this in comments. It's been a while since I've done anything with it, but Binance has pretty serious KYC requirements. So using a VPN to use Binance.com, which is their foreign overseas exchange, I don't think that's going to work for you. Certainly, for me, unless I could provide an address outside of New York, I can't use Binance US. So they do real KYC on there. So that's why I'm looking at KuCoin right now. They have very similar tools. You could do this on any of the major ones. You could do most of this stuff. But KuCoin's been great. So I really like that one. All right. So going over to Bybit. Now, so KuCoin, you could do virtually any kind of trading you want with cryptos on KuCoin. And I like it a lot. Bybit, I find even more fun. The only downside with Bybit is it's not US. You can't use it in the US without a VPN. But there's no KYC whatsoever. So you just give your email and you're in. So if you're comfortable, and with all of these crypto tools, people get very touchy about where they put their cryptos. Totally respect that. Do your own research and trade wherever you feel comfortable, whatever platforms you feel comfortable with, and trade with the amounts that you're comfortable having on those platforms in their wallets, because you don't have total control over that. That said, if you want to trade, it's a trade-off. So with Bybit, you're going to need a VPN if you want to use it. That's the downside. The upside is, at this moment, they don't have require any serious KYC. Legalities of that, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a trader. So here we go. This is a fantastic platform. So if we were going to use the price triggers, let's do XRP. Our friend Willis Aaron mentioned XRP. Let's use the report to trade XRP today. So XRP isn't having as good a day as that's the 30-minute chart, so that doesn't count. Let's look at the daily chart. Oh, it's having a bad day. It's having a rough day. So this will be interesting. Let's open up the report and let's look at XRP. So I go into the report, I just type in XRP, comes up right away. And we're seeing a buy trigger at 0.66 and a sell trigger at 19 cents. All right. So let's look where it's at now. This example might not work out because it might be way past. Oh, no, you could still. Let's see what the low of the day is. Oh, yeah, you could totally short it. Still available to you. So, so let's say we were gonna go short. We'll grab this sell trigger, and you see the sell trigger is below the current price. So what is that telling me? It's telling me that the report is saying if you want to make money shorting this, I wouldn't think about it until it hits 19. That's what the report's saying. Right, Dex? That's a simple way to put it. So he's muted. So
no, you're right. You're absolutely correct. What happens is with the report, the algorithm is very clever because it knows and it'll put you in various situations. Sometimes we're selling strength, but then other times we're selling weakness. There will be times when you're buying strength, and there will be times when you are buying weakness. So the system is smart and knows when to get in or out of a market, and it knows when certain moves in a market is just noise and head fake. The reason why the report is saying in this current example with the XRP Ripple is because letting you know anything else other than the price trigger is not a real move, and it's going to end up probably resulting in a buying opportunity. So it's telling you not to get caught up, because I know some people struggle with these certain concepts. Like, well, if Microsoft is currently trading at $25 a share, why is the report saying don't buy it until $40 a share? That doesn't make sense. That's absolutely absurd and ridiculous. Well, see, because you don't understand price action. What the report is not necessarily saying that. What it's telling you is don't get caught up in buying it right here at $25 because you're gonna get taken to the cleaners as soon as you get filled. And then on the next day, on the open, Microsoft opens up at $19 a share. So had you bought it 25 saying, nah, I'm smarter than the system, you will be down in your account on the next morning because you didn't listen to the system.
Right.
So that's a good example of some of the ways how the system helps you and keeps you from bad trades and over trading.
That's great, Dex. Yeah, you look at this. This is a daily chart. So this is showing this is showing days and days of action. And you see that buy trigger at 66 and the sell trigger at 19. And you go, oh, man, these reports, they're just pulling numbers out of the air. No, look at this chart. It's telling you there's no confirmation of bullishness until it gets above this. Right. I mean, there it is. Right. You can, it's not always this easy to sort of see what's happening in the reports. But I mean, in this case, look, the 66 is the top of that pointer.
Yeah, the chart cannot tell you everything that's happened in the market. The pulse waves are looking at characteristics in the market that you cannot see by looking at a chart. And it's letting you know, according to the intraday price inflection point, all of the money flows are right here. Meaning that if the market hits a particular price on any given day, the market is going to run like crazy. So in this scenario, if our sell triggers hit, you haven't seen a down move yet. If that's hit, it's telling you it's really going to fall.
Yeah.
Likewise, on the top side, it's telling you that you ain't seen a rally yet. And even if the market does move higher from here, it's not real until it goes to where all the orders are, which is right there. And as soon as that hits, it's going to pop immediately because there's so much money flow sitting there idly that you can't see looking at that chart. And that's how the report is designed, to know where the institutional money is hiding and lurking so that you can get on board with it and ride those trade wins.
Excellent. So what we would do is very simple. I'm not just because we've been on so long, it's been almost an hour. So if I wanted to go long, I could use this number and place a conditional buy order, meaning don't get me in until it hits that price. And at the same time, I can do a sell trigger at that price. So here's the thing. I don't know which way it's going to move, though the report is saying the bias is negative. But I can be waiting in the market at this price. And again, Dex just spelled it out. Why wouldn't I just short it now if it's going to go down? Well, we don't know when it's going to go down. You want to wait until it hits that trigger to confirm that action. And someone asked about leverage before. Dex, you see over here on this platform, you can do, it says 50x, but I'm pretty sure you actually could do 100. What would you recommend starting? I always say put it at 1 when you're starting.
Absolutely. When it comes to leverage can make or break you. Until you get comfortable, executing these trades, putting in these orders, until you get comfortable with taking some profits and taking some losses, until you get comfortable with knowing that you can, emotionally, mentally handle it, and you can follow simple instructions and master your greed and your fear. Until you get comfortable, you don't start ratcheting up the leverage. All right. You start off with a 1-to-1 leverage, and then you take it from there.
Yeah. Excellent. Very cool. Man, it's so much easier doing these with having the man here. We got to do them together more.
Yep.
We should do the live ones more. It's fun. All right. Oh, okay. We got a spam comment. All right. We'll have to delete that later.
Yeah, we always get spams, man. You can just take it up out of it.
Is that a new thing, the spam comments? We didn't use.
Yes, we spam comments. I know you don't usually take a look at that. I look at comments all the time, every day. There's a new thing now. As soon as you upload a video on YouTube, you got these spam bots that will be spamming. And what they do is they are programmed to look for particular content. So it knows when a particular video is posted, doing with markets or whatever, and it'll automatically post comments, spamming, saying, hey, we have a better methodology, or we have a better strategy. And then it'll make it look authentic because the one spammer comment will come up, and then you'll have 3 or 4 responses to that comment saying, yeah, I met Jim 10 years ago and he really changed my life. And then to make it look like it's real people talking, but it's not. It's a spam bot that's very sophisticated, and it's all over the internet, not just YouTube.
Oh, internet.
Yeah.
So silly.
So when I see them, I delete them, just so you know. I don't let those posts do that.
Awesome. All right, so let's move on to the last part. This has been great content, but we've been going long. What do I need to start PulseWave? And we talked a little bit about this in the intro. You need a brokerage account of some type. By the way, PulseWave trading, I don't know why I don't focus on this more. The educational stuff on almost any page you click on education. We've got our member orientation. Takes you step by step. So again, we don't sell education, but we educate the daylights out of you on how to use the system. Okay, so everything you could want in terms of learning how to use the system is there for you as a member. We also have things like these trading links where you can use the same platforms that we use to demonstrate. All of that is there for you. Okay, so you need a brokerage account of some type. In this case, we've been talking about things like KuCoin and Binance and Bybit. And so that's an easy problem to solve. You need some capital, but not a lot. We talked earlier about, you know, these, honestly, with our $29 memberships, all bets are off in terms of we have a very affordable way for you to start getting those reports. So you don't need a ton of capital to access our things. When it was $2.99 a month, and that's the only subscription we had, you know, you'd want to have some capital before you invested in that. But with these prices and this opportunity, with all this craziness going on in our world, you don't need a lot of capital, but you do need to get started. You need a way to choose your trades and a way to manage your trades. So at PulseWave Trading, I like to say the day in the life of a PulseWave trader, it's pick, order, pop. That's what we do. So we go to the report, we choose a trade from the price trigger reports, whatever it is you're into. Dex has a substantial but still very limited set of things that he looks at every day, his watch list. In fact, we even post it for pro members. If you're a person like me where you know, you're not nearly as advanced as Dex, right? or you just want to focus on a couple things. I choose from just a few things that I want to trade on a regular basis. So it's very quick for me to go to those reports, pick the ones I want, choose what I'm into. And then you're going to place an order. We use what's called a stop order or a conditional order, where we say to the market, I don't want to get in until my price triggers hit, whether it's a long order or a short order, or you can even place both. To be ready for a move in either direction, which is fun. And then we use a thing called the pop method. And this is one of the most powerful tools that Dex will give you. This is a simple way to set up your charts and at a glance, make decisions about where you want to move your stop losses so that you can lock in profits or limit losses. And so not only are we giving you a way to choose trades and reports so that you can decide what you're getting into, how you're going to get into it, and so on, but then a way to really manage it from day one. One of the scariest moments you'll ever have as a trader is when you're in the market and you're making money for the first time. And you start going, oh my goodness. And it feels so amazing. And you think, well, what do I do now? Well, using the pop method, it gives you very clear options depending on your strategy and what you're doing at that moment. But really just gives you a few simple options to choose from in terms of where to lock in profits on that trade and where to set your stops. So very simple. And that's it for today. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to thank all you Pulse Wavers for being with us this year. It's been a crazy year. This is the best sale ever. And so this is it. We're not doing any yearly memberships this year. We're just doing these monthlies. We want to keep it really, really simple for you. So if you're wondering when to renew, this sale is going away pretty soon. Probably, well, I said till Christmas, so we'll keep it up till Christmas. And don't know if or when it'll be back, because $199 is pretty much a sale price for us year round. That's a crazy price. So, all right. Hey, Dex, man, I love you and I appreciate you. I know your audience does as well. You do so much hard work to help people with their trading and really so much more. So we really appreciate you, man. That's coming from not just me, but all the Pulse Wavers. I know that's a consistent sentiment. So thank you and God bless you for all that you've done this year. I hope you have a great 2021.
Thank you. I appreciate that, my brother. Same to you.
Oh, thanks, man. All right, everybody. We appreciate you. We're going to get out of here. Yeah, this video is going to stay up. Israel assassinated JFK. What a name. Wow. So
I know, right?
I love it. Yeah, this video is going to stay up. Wallets, I've kept wallets pretty simple. I've always used. I like Exodus. I've always used that. I don't know if there's been. It's funny in the crypto world. There's always a new scandal about what's broken. So I've always used that. Exodus is a great one. Nathan, thank you. No, 99's for the month, Tony, but it'll stay 99 throughout the year. If so I might have made that confusing. So what I meant was this is the best sale of the year. We're not doing a yearly. It's a monthly billing, but it's 99 a month. So for pro, 29 for partner. All right.
Yep, and you get all the securities with that.
Everything. Thousands of reports. All right. We're over and we're out. God bless you all. Take care, Dex. Have a great Christmas.
Yep. Happy holidays. Love you guys too. Thanks for all the love and support. And thank you, my brother, for having my back and for being the best business partner that anybody could ever hope or ask for.
You're the best, man. Love you, buddy. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Peace.